I just want to preface this video by mentioning that this is from a live stream of the reaction I did to Nas's Magic. However, the video is currently blocked right now due to copyright. So all those saying, why don't you just do the full thing? You won't get copyrighted. Other music reaction channels don't get copyrighted. Might somehow do all the time. So this is going to be a very reduced cut version of the live stream itself. I'm trying to get the live stream back up. It's currently restricted. I don't know when it's going to be back up. Hopefully within a couple weeks or so. But for right now, I'm gonna re-upload this. I edited it down to the crisp of like 40 minutes or so. This is from damn near a 2-hour long live stream reaction to the Magic 3 album. So it's gonna be abbreviated. It's gonna be a lot of jumps, cups, and skits as usual. It's not something I want to do, something I have to do. Once again, the original live stream is blocked. Hopefully I get it up in a couple weeks or so. And if it does go up, maybe I put a link in the description. But yeah, I just want to preface that this is going to be highly edited. It's going to be a lot of things mixed out. It's going to be a couple tracks that I cut out as well. Like based on true events, 1 or 2 is also cut out. But all the timestamps are down below, so all the timestamps is definitely going to help you out if you want to skip over to a specific song. But I just want to preface that so there's no confusion out here that why is there so many things cut out. Something I had to do to make the video fit. It doesn't get copyrighted blocked. Cool? All right. Enjoy the rest of the video. Grab your drinks, grab your snacks. Enjoy the rest of the video.
I do it for the love first, peep the intentions, man. I spit game, but you never learn no lessons, man.
All right. Nas, Hit-Boy, Magic 3, the conclusion of the trilogy, the second trilogy that we didn't think was going to be another trilogy that we got from Nas and Hit-Boy. We got the first album, King Disease, came out in 2020, summer 2020, I think like July or August or so. Absolutely insane album. Crazy. I believe, did Nas win a Grammy for King Disease? Y'all correct me in the chat if Nas got a Grammy for King Disease 1, or is it 1 or 2 that he got the Grammy for? Either way, absolutely solid album. And then a year later, we get King Disease 2. Absolutely insane. People enjoy King Disease 2 over 1, which I personally agree. Then from out of nowhere, Christmas Eve of that same year that King Disease 2 came out, we get the first Magic. First Magic to this day is my favorite album from Nas and Hit-Boy. We get more into that later as this live stream progresses. Absolutely thoroughly enjoyed Magic 1. Absolutely insane, crazy to think about that they came out with that album like 4 months or so after King Disease 2. And then yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. I did reaction to that. I did reaction to, I guess I could preface this. I did reaction to Magic 1, King Disease 3, Magic 2, and now we're on Magic 3 for the live reaction. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed Magic 1. That was end of 2021. And then King Disease 3 comes out in November of last year. Thoroughly enjoyed that. That's my second favorite album from Nas and Hit-Boy, the albums that came out. So I have Magic 1, King Disease 3. That's one of my top 2 favorite albums from Nas and Hit-Boy that came out. And then earlier this year, 2 months ago, just 2 months ago, it came out with Magic 2 from out of nowhere. Magic 2 was all right to me. It's kind of like a middle ground for the albums. A lot of people disagree with that. People saying that the albums get better and better as it progresses. Magic 1 has still always been my favorite. King Disease 3 is my favorite King Disease and second overall album from Nas and Hit-Boy. But yeah, it just wasn't hitting as much as the original Magic did for me. Not as good as the King Disease 3 for me. But it was middle ground. Still a solid album. Still a good solid album for me. But I still come back more to Magic and King Disease 3. Especially King Disease 3. King Disease 3 got some bangers on it. Absolute banger. Like, remember this, bro? Remember this? That beat switch in the drill beat? Absolutely insane. And now we're here. Like, just 2 months after Magic 2, we're here with Magic 3. It's been a glorious run for Nas and Hit-Boy. It's insane to think that this is their 6th album that came out in the span of 3 years. 3 years. Just, so that 36 months or so, roughly. 6 albums. Absolutely uncertain of. Not only is they getting us the quantity, they gave us pure quality as well. It's insane to think about. Not to mention Hit-Boy's been producing for other people. Came out with 2 albums of his own. Producing albums for other people like Benny the Butcher for Burden of Proof back in 2020. Like, Hit-Boy's been on the same run of himself. Like, he's been going crazy all of the 2020s. Not to mention working with Nas in the King Disease series and the Magic series. Absolutely insane to think about what Nas and Hit-Boy has done. I don't know what that man Nas has done. I mean, what Hit-Boy has done to Nas. I don't know what kind of inspiration, what kind of hallucination he got into that man, but Nas been absolutely snapping, solidify why. Because after this run, I solidify that Nas is the GOAT. I think is the greatest rapper of all time, because ain't no other rapper has been able to. Granted, some of them are now no longer with us, but no one else is able to replicate what Nas and Hit-Boy has done over the past 6 albums. This is the upcoming 6th album in the last 3 years. So that's why I solidify himself as the top 3, the number 1, the greatest of all times. Is absolutely insane to think about. So yeah, that's preface. I think that's all I wanted to say. I guess whoever is going to be watching this in the future, if there's like not pauses, like skips or cutouts, or the music is muted in some way, shape, or form, it's going to be because of copyright and restrictions or record labels or whatever the case may be. It's not something I want to do. It's not something I have to do. It's just something YouTube does with music in the background. So if the music gets paused or copyrighted, or music is randomly muted, the sound is randomly muted, is because of copyright, and just something we have to deal with, as with YouTube always have the restrictions, and record labels have the control of damn near everything out here. So let me take a sip of water, as I've been talking for a while. And I guess we can do the damn thing, get into... Jeremy Herbert says Nas the GOAT, no question. Yeah, that man solidified himself. You know, I don't like to solidify number 1s or top 3s or top 10s or crazy. No, I'm not into making lists of things. But when it comes to that, I guess we can certify that Nas is the greatest of all time. It's just until some other rapper does something different, he can't disprove that. So I guess it's that time, y'all. I guess it's that time. Magic 3, 15 total songs long. The only feature we got on here that's titled on the track list is Lil Wayne on Never Die. That's track number 6 on here. But other than that, I guess we're gonna get random like vocals maybe from other artists, and that's not featured or solidified on the track list. But the only track that we got as a feature is Lil Wayne on Never Die. 15 total songs. You know, that's a sweet spot for me. 12 to 15 songs seem like to be a sweet spot for albums. I also say the sweet spot in terms of length is 35 to 45 minutes. This album is 45 minutes and 50 seconds. So now it's hit the mark on there. So let's see if Nas and Hit-Boy can go all out, complete not only the King Disease series, the trilogy of that came out last year, the trilogy completed that last year, but now the trilogy for the Magic series, and complete the 6 album bangers that Nas and Hit-Boy has come out. So Magic 3, 15 songs, just over 45 minutes long. I'll stop into it. Live reaction. This is my second album. No, my third album on live reaction. So, Nas, Hit-Boy, Magic 3. Let's hop into it. Wait for that beat to drop.
Early on the wake
Okay, there we go.
Cunning as the father of the 12 sons of Jacob. That's the chef. Burgundy on the breath. Uncertainty when I step. Dancing to every song. Roll the dice in this life and I hit the fever. Century, put your glasses up, represent for me, represent for me. But look at that, do it all age spectrum, still winning, never a better move. 73 baby, I say a speech maybe.
Old as hell, 50 years old now.
Hip-hop made me. Put your glasses up, represent for me.
You definitely gotta give Nas his flowers, what he's been able to do. Him and Hit-Boy to do over the last 3 years. Man, hit us with the Kid Cudi Homes. Not the Kid Cudi Homes. And that's Fever. Nice little intro track right there. Nice little banger to open this up. This is bring us the heat, bring us the fire, bring us the flames. Nice little intro track. Next track we got is TSK. See what this track is all about.
All I see is blurbs, all I see is words. Nerds talking about what they did, seen, or heard. And all I see is clones. See you motherfuckers with mixtape plans because they seeing how we moving. They say come harder, come smarter. Which one it is? Which one you wanna hear since you such a music whiz? The 4th, of course, just be upfront what you want. The 5th was this, keep something crisp on your wrist. Now we on album 6, the top team on your list. Probably grab another hundo, concrete jungle. If rappers were presidents, I would get Trump's vote. Truly, I'm just staying humble to the art, not the trends. Tisk, I mainly invented raps by banging on tabletops and taking on any competition. And I'm like furious when he took his son to fish, dropping knowledge on the kids, drop top when we slid. Step on lawns, trip on Dior slides, grip on the handrails, crib on some acres. When I witnessed that the benefits of living good for making hits, I make bread off what I invent. Probably grab another hundo.
Tisk. And that is Tisk, y'all. That's the second track of there. Thought you enjoyed that. New York. This person's profile name is just New York. What a perfect person to be in here. New York. We got fucking Nas hailing from New York, Queens to be specific. This person saying he's 2 for 2. His profile name is just New York. That's perfect. Next track we got is Superhero Status. Yeah, Nas got the superhero, especially in the hip hop rap community. Just was like I've been saying this entire live stream. What him and Hit-Boy has been able to done is absolutely insane. So next track we got is Superhero Status. Sample? Soul samples, y'all. I'm telling y'all, soul samples. Hip hop. That's what makes hip hop. Soul samples.
The difference between you and I spitting's a wide difference. They hate on you or me, they want me to die difference. No ego, I'm just providing a better understanding. I don't wish it on.
They want me to die different. They want Nas to die different. I'm assuming, I'm hoping it's of old age, not because of gun violence, drug violence, just want him to die a nice peaceful death of old age, not with gun violence. Because, Russ said it best. Being a rapper is the deadliest job. Continue on.
Some of the hardest rappers get overlooked and ignored. No matter what happened, I hope all of us saw. I go superhero status, no mask, no gadget. Always on time, I'm never petty, yeah, I'm always ready. That's why my shit flows smooth and steady, pictures on Getty. I move to the side, I don't want nothing to prove to these guys. If y'all was moving like Nas, y'all wouldn't assume. And just today, I noticed a different pain. Man, catch me, don't let me slip in no demented stage. Repetitive B Street walk, ringing the Wall Street bell at 9:30 a.m. It's my coffee. My name is New York Stock Exchange. Here's my costume change. Superhero status, no mask, no gadgets. Send them villains at us. We ain't scared of action.
Into the chorus, costume change, superhero status. Nice. I like that track. I like the correlation that Nas made between himself, his superstar on himself as an artist over this better part of 30 years of doing this, and then correlating that to how superheroes are and how they try to save the day and how people want them to inspire them to be better people and create a better society, etc. So that was a nice little correlation that Nas made between himself and superheroes that we see in Marvel and DC comic books and movies and stuff like that. That's a nice little correlation. So that's superhero status. The next track we got is I Love This Feeling. Soul sample. Tell y'all, soul sample once again. That's what makes hip hop, baby.
I know how you feel, was at the same place you were now in. You shouting, announcing, you wanna win. Who really messing with they dead man girl? That says everything about that man world. Energy transfer, immortality. You against morality, don't come around me.
You against morality, don't come around me? That's facts. That's facts.
Musical excellence, hot like on a detective list. It's simple shit that's kissing it. A team that's militant. A down-ass woman by your side that get it in. The realest, I love this feeling. At the accent if I'm never gonna be over rap. But I left a few times, just never told you that. Amassing digital assets. We're getting on a private jet. I love this feeling.
What a flex. I love this feeling. And that's I Love This Feeling. That's Nas just enjoying life. You can tell Nas is very happy. Like, even though he's putting in that work, he's grinding, releasing all this music with Hit-Boy. You can tell he's definitely enjoying life, the fruits of his labor. Because he can easily retire and chill out. I believe he even mentioned that song. He said he retired many times before. He just didn't know about it. But it seemed like he still got that hunger and fire. But he's still enjoying life. He's still enjoying and being grateful for what he's accomplished in his life so far. Because that man accomplished a lot, especially in the last 3 years, especially in the entire 30 years of his career. Man, 50 years old as hell. Not older than my dad though. My dad like 53. Yeah, my dad 53. But yeah, that man Nas, he definitely can love this feeling and enjoy what he's accomplished throughout the entirety of his life. The next track we got is, for a second, give me a second. No Tears.
A little gun case, you was younger than. Another violent crime around, album number 10. Ghetto baby.
Interesting production.
You quite spiritually psychic. You walk through the haze like Isaac. And maybe this gen will see what you would. My favorite ever from you gotta be this one. Got through the scars, everyone.
Goddamn. Organs and Sips coming?
No tears on your face, none. Dear older me, you became everything you chose to be. Took the wheel and you drove the speed. Out on the road, it took you higher than coca leaves, huh? You and what you been through could mess up now what you into. Got the essentials, the murder and instrumental. Made it to Gen Z deserving what they extend to you. That big age you at, you did your big one. My favorite era from you, I can't even pick one.
No tears on your face, just none. So that's No Tears. That's the fifth track we got on the album so far. We're about 1/3 of the way through the album so far. George Thompson Jr. says that I think this is Hit-Boy's attempt at a one mic type production. Is that one mic, one sound that 21 Savage came out with? Nas came out with 21 Savage last year. I guess that's what you correlating that to. The track was alright. It was nothing too crazy, but it was nice little storytelling there. It's kind of like rolls off of I Love This Feeling. It's kind of like Nas saying, once again, being grateful for what he's done. Even though he's been through a lot of trial and tribulation, that's just displayed that entirely of his discography, but he has a lot of things to be grateful for. Next track we got is Never Die featuring Lil Wayne. This is the only track on here that has a feature listed. I don't know if there's any like additional vocals or anything like that, but so far this has been the only feature that we got is for Lil Nas on Never Die. Lil Nas, the Carter 6 supposed to be coming out sometime soon, maybe later this year, maybe next year, I don't know, but he's been going absolutely insane, releasing a couple singles here and there, but the features he's been doing for the last like 3-4 years ago, man, Lil Wayne's been absolutely going insane. So the Carter 6 guy, I got high expectations for that whenever that comes out. But when it comes with Lil Wayne and his features, he'd be absolutely snapping aside. It sounded like Lil Wayne back in the Carter's days, like the Carter 2, the Carter 3. The Carter 3 being my personal favorite Lil Wayne album that he's ever released. He's been absolutely snapping aside on his features. So the only feature we got on here that's titled, we got Never Die featuring Lil Wayne, 6th track on the album. Let's go.
We ain't gonna never die. I'm an icon in real time. Why'd I wait this long to I'm in my ill mind? We ain't gonna never die. Icons in real time. Could never say goodbye. I let my skill cry. Let my soul bleed.
I guess that's a nice little hit in there. Why this man's been absolutely snapping the sidearms for the last 3 years, man. He said, you know what? These motherfuckers think I don't got it no more. These motherfuckers think I'm not hungry no more. That passion is going no more. I got to prove these. Hit-Boy. I've been loving production lately. Send me some beats. Now, I guess those beats turned into King Disease 1, and it turned into the trilogy, and then it turned into the Magic Trilogy as well. That man still got that fire, that passion, that pain in there.
Homie, I love the new NY, cause I'm the new NY and the old NY at the same time.
Fast.
But what you hearing is the present day. Over breaks and samples of New York and W.
Let's Never Die featuring Lil Wayne. Y'all, my goodness. Lil Wayne absolutely snapped and slide on that feature for us. As predicted, that man Lil Wayne's been going crazy on his features on his future run and headed into the Carter 6, hopefully coming out maybe later this year, maybe next year, remains to be seen. But that man absolutely snapped and slided us for that feature. My goodness. From beginning to end, that man was absolutely going crazy. My goodness, Lil Wayne. That shit was crazy. Goddamn Lil Wayne, man. Fucking, he been doing this forever as well. He been in the game 30 years, damn near 30 years at this point now, because he started off when he was like 16 or so. And goddamn, that track was absolutely insane. Never Die. So now we on to the next track, Pretty Young Girl. I'm getting like Michael Jackson vibes, a pretty young thing. But yeah, I think Never Die so far is my favorite track, just off of Lil Wayne's feature alone. The next track we got is Pretty Young Girl.
The levee busted. New Orleans. America, how long we got? Cause I'm trying to find her.
There was a pretty young girl.
Is that you?
There was a pretty young
Brown eyes, weight 135. She like 5'5". I see them thighs on her, make me wanna multiply. She's a queen, her dad a G, I know we rock the nines. And her body shaped like a Jean Gaultier perfume bottle. When I find her, I'm a roll
very specific.
Smooth, I'll be incredible. We probably break box springs, now hot springs like we on edibles. I would fit her in my schedule. I was down on my last dub. I gotta find that girl. What block she be on? That's why I made this song, told the label promote it, so she can hear it. Cause even if she don't like rap, they still gonna find her right where she at. The one with long braids.
I'm picturing brown skin, 105 pounds, hourglass figure. I will agree. That's a pretty young thing. That's a pretty young girl right there. Maybe we can actually find out who's this girl he's actually referring to, right? Pretty young girl. That's a nice little quick track there. That man Nas being a little bit of a simp right there. That man started to catch feelings just off of looks alone. So that's Pretty Young Girl. Next, we over an hour into the stream, y'all. So shout out to y'all over an hour into the stream. We just passed, we're just around the halfway mark of the album so far. The next two tracks is a tour. We got Based on True Events 1 and then Based on True Events 2. So it's part 1 and part 2 back to back. They're about 5 minutes in total. But we got Based on True Events 1. We're actually going to skip on over to Sitting With My Thoughts. Based on True Events part 1 and 2 are going to be skipped because let's just say they're lost files. Sorry about that. But we got Sitting With My Thoughts coming up next.
To OGs and young bosses.
Just a production alone for a few seconds right there. That sounds like it's about to be some heartfelt type shit.
Hey, Hit. How we gonna lose with shit like this, my nigga?
I once
R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. That's a nice little Nipsey Hussle producer tag for Hit-Boy. R.I.P. Nipsey, man. R.I.P. Nipsey.
19, my girl was pregnant, had to sit with my thoughts. My family was my motivation.
Perspective. Probably got a lot of them. 50 years of age. You got a lot to ponder on. So that's Sitting With My Thoughts. That's the 10th track on this album so far. For now, we're at 2/3 of the way through the album. 10 tracks. We got 5 total tracks left. The next track we got is Blue Bentley. As I previously mentioned, Sitting With My Thoughts. I think that's my second favorite track behind Never Die, which features Lil Wayne, because Lil Wayne was absolutely snapping and sliding for us. Goddamn Lil. Every time I think back on that, man, Lil Wayne was going crazy on that track. But Sitting With My Thoughts definitely comes in a nice second place for my favorite tracks of the album so far. But the next track we got is Blue Bentley. That's a classic.
Two girls, same city.
Not Tupac. Don't sample Tupac like that. Hit-Boy. Why you got teasers with the Tupac sample like that, homie? Why you got teasers with the Tupac sample?
It's been a good day, but tonight we going bad. Whole squad calls a terror, shout to Joey Crack. It's a different. She be all on a gritty flow, met her headed to Coachella and Indio. Other one had a B&B, she 50 though. In my business, they wanna stick their nose. I can't be your lover. I leave their head fucked up like none other. Coyle Ray says girls is players too. That's why I do them how I do them, then I'm making a move. I guess soon, 2-story high ceilings, 2-door Blue Bentley.
Blue Bentley. Trying to track Blue Bentley. That man Nas has been flexing on this track. He been flexing on this whole album per se. Definitely been flexing on this. So that's Blue Bentley. That's the 11th track on the album. That's a nice little track right there. The next track we got is Jodeci Member. Jodeci back? Jodeci Freestyle. Drake and J. Cole is mentioned. We was talking about Drake and J. Cole early on in the stream with Devon in the beginning. Jodeci, one of the greatest R&B rap groups back in the 90s. Let me see. Jodeci. I'm trying to look up my favorite Jodeci track. So give me a second here. Jodeci Freestyle from Drake and J. Cole goes absolutely insane. Jodeci's back. Freaking You. Yeah, Jodeci Freaking You. Oh my God. 90s R&B over 90s music goes absolutely insane, y'all. I'm sorry. Not only we listen to Nas, right? Illmatic, 90s boom bap, golden era hip hop. That's why they call it the golden era hip hop is the 90s. But 90s R&B too? 90s R&B is absolutely 90s R&B is unmatched. Don't get me wrong, I love a few songs here and there, a few artists here and there from the R&B of today. Bryson Tiller, Brent Faiyaz, they go crazy every now and again, but they ain't touching the 90s and sometimes the early 2000s. 90s R&B goes absolutely insane, y'all. They ain't touching no 90s R&B. So Jodeci is definitely a nice little cool reference right there. But the next track we got is Jodeci Member.
I flex, I found someone she text. Account number, no sex. I bounced on her, not yet. But while summer, I bet. The real recognize, real type of time, real man.
Real recognize real. Rat Pat.
I take something you slept on and make it mine. I hit the party scene, they thought I was Devontae Swing. My introduction to that name, they thought I was a Jodeci member. Keep 20s on you, not 100, you spend less. The balance like a one is a cycle. Trying's just a beginning. Witness the good dude who wouldn't try enough. Gang could have had it all. Did him in leather, no white club, but tatted arms.
I thoroughly enjoyed the production on this track. That's a nice little track there. I think this is top 3. It comes at a number 3 of my top 3 favorite tracks on this album. So that's Jodeci Member. Now we're down to the last 3 tracks, y'all. The last 3 tracks of Magic 3, the 6th and last album from Nas and Hit-Boy. We're down to the wire. Through the wire. Shout out to Kanye West. Doing a whole lot of shout outs. You know me. I love to support artists out here. We got the next track we got is Speechless Part 2. The original Speechless came out on Magic 1. Once again, I did reactions to Magic, so definitely go check that out. Speechless was the intro track to Magic. Thoroughly enjoy Magic. My favorite album that Nas and Hit-Boy have done together. It's Speechless. The original Speechless will go crazy. And see, Speechless Part 2 can go crazy as well. Not that sample though.
Y'all some drug testers. My guess is I won't be on your guest list.
This man said y'all should drug test us. You know how when athletes they go crazy, it's kind of like when an athlete, let's say that's football for reference. I'm a big football fan. I played high school and college football. So let's say football. Let's say for reference, let's say like Tyreek Hill had a crazy game this past weekend. He probably got drug tested. This man had like 11 catches for like 200 something yards, a couple touchdowns. He probably got drug tested either that same night or that very next day. That's kind of how what Nas is referencing that Nas and Hit-Boy should get drug tested because they've been going absolutely crazy and sliding on us. I love that reference right there, Nas. I love that reference.
Been etched in stone for years and still I got room for perfection. Sometimes I random check it just to see if
He still got room for perfection? Don't tease me like that. Don't tease me like that. I think it's I read somewhere that Nas and DJ Premier are supposed to be doing the album together. That'll probably go crazy. But yeah, that's don't do me like that. Don't reference like something like that, Nas.
Got my Emmy nomination. I directed my first docu-series. The EGOT is near me. Emmy, Grammy, Oscar.
The EGOT is Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. The leading award ceremonies for acting, writing, music production, creation, all that stuff. Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony, EGOT. Shout out to Connor Price. You don't know who Connor Price is? He has a track called EGOT. That's my favorite song from Connor Price. Shout out to Connor Price. Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. That's how I know that author out the head because of EGOT from Connor Price. Shout out to Connor Price. Like the sample on this, like the production on this song as well.
AI is only here to replicate and control, imitating the original.
That's facts. AI is only here to replicate and control. Yeah, I can only imagine what AI is going to do for all the rappers and the artists that's passed away, like SSX Tentacion, Nipsey Hussle mentioned earlier, Pop Smoke. I can only imagine what record label was gonna do with AI manipulating voices and just that's a whole different battle, a whole different conversation, and different video, I guess, per se. Maybe a live stream. Maybe that's a live stream title. Maybe I have to write that down. What AI might do to the music industry and with rappers that passed away and the rights is still signed. It's just AI. That's definitely gonna go crazy crazy. Not even a good way for the music industry as a whole for artists and stuff. That's a whole different conversation. But
You could redo the voice, but you could never read my mind.
talk your shit, Nas. They can replicate the voice, but they can't replicate the mind. My God.
Times got me lost for words. That says a lot for a wordsmith. From the free cheese line, the Prezi watch is my first.
Outside of lots of words, that's a lot for a wordsmith. Bars. I think, Speechless Part 2 goes crazy. See, that's more laid back than what the original Speechless was. But now we down to the last 2 tracks, with the next one being Japanese Soul Bar. Definitely an interesting title indeed. I guess this man Nas was in Japan and started again. It was in a Japanese soul bar. Let me Google this. See if this is an actual thing. Japanese soul bar. Bear with me, y'all. Soul bar. I forgot to write that. Japanese soul bar. It seems like just a regular restaurant. I guess plays jazz music. Yeah. It seems so. It is what it sounds like. It's a cozy place. Serves Japanese beer. Plays jazzy and soul music. Gotta go there. I gotta go to Japan one day. One of these years, I gotta go to Japan because I'm a big anime fan, big Japanese culture fan. Definitely gotta go to Japan in my lifetime. But Japanese Soul Bar is the next. Japanese Soul Bar is the next track. 50 views right now. Shout out to all y'all.
Cigars in the Japanese soul bar, drinking scotch till daybreak. Meetings in the mezzanine with production companies talking about me directing things. My humble beginnings ain't want my hunger diminish. I burn out in this game before I would run into millions. See, and I'm made for the jungles, so I called jungle. I said put away the bundles. Let's go. Truly. Been thinking about who could play me in Tokyo, Paradise, or Bailey's. Karaoke, I'm participating, singing Barry.
Barry White?
How do I write like this? First of all, you gotta have a good life like this. A real life like this. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Arigato.
Pictures and frames from those days. Soul music. Somebody.
I was not ready for that beat switch. I was not for that beat switch, and it definitely hit, boy. That beat switch definitely hit. Oh my goodness.
But right now, a lot of new rappers and older rappers are looking up to you. How do you feel to be like a living prodigy?
I'm a product of hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? I'm a product of the old school and the newest of the new.
I'm proud of the old school and the newest of the new. Japanese Soul Bar. That's in my top 5 favorite tracks of the Magic 3. This last like 4 tracks now. Jodeci Member, Speechless Part 2, Japanese Soul Bar. These last few tracks have been my favorite tracks of the album. So he's definitely closing out Magic 3 strong. But now we're down to the last track, y'all. Shout out to y'all. It's been an hour and a half into the stream. We reached a peak of about 50 concurrent viewers. We're at 45, 44 right now. Shout out to all of y'all watching the live stream with me in this long live stream. It's probably the longest live stream I've done, over an hour and a half in. But now we get down to the last track of the last album from Nas and Hit-Boy. Close out Magic 3. The track is called 1-800 Nas and Hit. The last track, y'all. It's been a long time. It's been a long journey. Shout out to y'all being on this journey with us. 1-800 Nas and Hit. Let's hop into it.
No, my brother. You got to buy your own.
It's like the box sets, Star Wars, Fast and Furious franchises. 6 projects, 6 sagas is hood science.
6 projects, 6 sagas, 6 hood sagas. Yeah, man. Like I said, KDIII's trilogy completed.
1-800 Nas and Hit. All 6 like a greatest hits. No, my
like
brother,
that's
you got
Kanye
to cop
sample
your
clip
own.
like that.
If Malcolm was a rapper, he would say some shit over the brace, come out with neck snappers. I promise.
Muhammad Ali too, man. He said, fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Shout out to Muhammad Ali. That man, Muhammad Ali, had bars too.
They would be singing the same song as me. Probably not killed by the CIA or the industry. No, we're black hand. 1-800 Nas and Hit. Don't call us with no politics. And when you talk to us, make sure you talk to us with common sense. This one is Goliath big, leaped over a giant bridge. Finally killed the king disease. I see what a genius see. Unclutter your mind for once. Let me set the scenery. She texts me, come over, let's play your discography. She in disbelief.
That's
just
a
from
long
my
one, 18
2020s
albums, I
run.
believe.
Credits roll. 6 albums. In how many years?
3.
Were you having fun?
6
A
albums,
crazy
3
run.
years. Crazy.
Tom, everybody. Thank you. Peace.
1-800 Nas and Hit. And that concludes, y'all. That concludes the trilogy for Magic. And that concludes the albums that we're getting from Nas and Hit-Boy. Let me just turn this down real quick for y'all. And that's it. Magic 3. Nas and Hit-Boy. 6 albums, 3 years. Absolutely insane to think about what they've been able to done over this past 3 years or so now. Yeah, it's crazy to see it end so abruptly because we was fully expecting that they were going to keep on releasing albums, but this is the last one that we're getting from them. And it's just crazy to think about what they have accomplished. Nas finally got his first Grammy through these last 6 albums. Yeah, it's crazy to think that this is the last one that we're getting from him. I guess we can go over some of my favorite tracks. Some of my favorite tracks from the album are, give me a second, let me bring them up. I say my top 5 favorite tracks is Never Die at number 1 because Lil Wayne was absolutely snapping it and sliding and gliding. Shout out to Dizzy Wright on his feature. Lil Wayne was snapping on his feature. So Never Die at number 1. And then I have Speechless Part 2 at number 2. Number 3, I have Sitting With My Thoughts. Honestly, Sitting With My Thoughts and Speechless can go 2 or 3. Jodeci Member, actually Japanese Soul Bar comes in at number 4, and then Jodeci Member at number 5. So that's my top 5 favorite tracks. Then followed it up, I guess number 6 we got 1-800 Nas and Hit. Some other tracks I enjoyed was I Love This Feeling and Pretty Young Girl. But my top 5 is Never Die, Speechless Part 2, Sitting With My Thoughts, Japanese Soul Bar, and Jodeci Member. Those are my top 5 favorite tracks of the album so far. Hell Cool J says the hexology. I can't even pronounce that. The hexology? The hexology? I think it might be a hexology, maybe a better pronunciation. The hexology is complete. That's absolutely insane because we always say a trilogy, a qualogy, maybe be another one, but the hexology is wild. But yeah, if I had to rate it out of 10, I definitely like this album more so than like Magic 2. I think if anyone watched the Magic 2 reaction, I didn't really like that as much. Like I mentioned earlier, that was a middle ground for me from Nas and Hit-Boy in terms of the 6 albums that we released now. I had that pretty in the middle. But I definitely enjoyed this album more so than Magic 2. I still have Magic 1 at number 1. I still have, so my top 3 favorite albums from Nas and Hit-Boy, I would say Magic 1 still goes absolutely crazy for me. Nice short and concise album. I think it's like 9 tracks long, under 30 minutes long. Nice short and concise, but Nas and Hit-Boy went crazy on the album. King Disease 3 comes in at number 2. Thoroughly enjoy that album. Just the production, the storytelling that Nas had was absolutely so solid and perfect. Like come back to so many times for King Disease 3. Come back to many songs for that. And then at number 3, I think at number 3 I have Magic 3 at number 3. So my top 3 would be Magic, King Disease 3, Magic 3, in that order from top to bottom. Those are my favorite albums from Nas and Hit-Boy. But honestly, this is my first reaction to Magic 3, so maybe I can go back and listen to the entirety of the 6 albums now. Now it seems like this is completed for Nas and Hit-Boy. Go through King Disease 1 through 3, Magic 1 through 3, then reevaluate. But as of right now, I have Magic, King Disease 3, and Magic 3 in that order from top to bottom of my favorite albums so far. Definitely leave in the chat what is your favorite album from Nas and Hit-Boy, which album from the King Disease series, which album from the Magic series is your favorite, what were some of your favorite tracks on this album from Magic 3. Like I mentioned, Never Die with Lil Wayne. I think we all can agree Lil Wayne actually crazy on his verse Definitely, I want to chat with y'all. I know it's been mostly me reacting and listening to the music as I listen to the music with me. But definitely leave some chats. Let me see what y'all saying. We'll close this out shortly, but I just want to see what y'all have in mind. What do y'all think about the album so far?